Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, the divisional round is set, and the Chiefs will host the Cleveland Browns. We're going to preview this entire matchup on today's show, but first, I want to know who you got. I expect to see a lot of KCs in the comments section, but hey, maybe you're a Browns fan. Type CLE if you think the Browns win this one, but get your votes in. KC for the Chiefs, CLE for the Browns, and coming up next, we preview this entire matchup on today's show. You're watching the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, and we watched Wild Card Weekend come and go, waiting to see who the Kansas City Chiefs would play, and Pittsburgh losing to the Browns means the Chiefs will get to play the Cleveland Browns in that number 1 versus number 6 matchup in the divisional round. Kansas City, 10-point favorites in the early line, over-under set at 56 after Cleveland shootout with the Steelers. Not too surprising that the over-under is set pretty high as the Chiefs will host the Browns this Sunday, 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:05 Central for those of you in the Central Time Zone, of course. And the reason we have this matchup is the Colts lost and the Browns won, which means the Browns are the lowest seed remaining, and the Chiefs automatically get the lowest seed remaining. How about this offensive display? 48 points in a 48-37 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield was solid offensively. They ran the football well, and the Browns' defense had 4 takeaways of Big Ben Roethlisberger. So Cleveland coming in, playing some good football, despite Kevin Stefanski not coaching in that one. Cleveland gets their first playoff win in quite a while, their first win at Pittsburgh since 2003, and the Kansas City Chiefs will play a red-hot football team this upcoming Sunday. Now, good news for you guys is we're going to have a live watch party for the Chiefs first rounds divisional matchup next Sunday. So subscribe and turn on notifications for that. Plus, almost every single day we post a new video. So go ahead and get subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. That way you never ever miss any of our coverage. All right, I got a couple of keys to the game, and then we'll kind of wrap things up here. Number 1, how about protect Patrick? The Chiefs' offensive line has been banged up. It has struggled as of late, and Myles Garrett's a really good player. So protecting Patrick Mahomes will be key in this one. Had another outstanding season, obviously. It doesn't look like he's going to win MVP, but certainly in the top 3 there after another outstanding season in just 15 games play. He, of course, sat in Week 17. But I think a key thing in this matchup is keeping Mahomes upright. He's been running for his life, especially in recent weeks. Mitchell Schwartz being out has been a problem. The interior of this offensive line has struggled as well. Myles Garrett has a chance to have a really big impact on this football game for the Browns. If he forces a couple of strip sacks or something like that, that could be bad news for the Chiefs. So protecting Mahomes and making sure he gets the ball out of his hands, that's a major key emphasis to winning this game if you are the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Do you trust the Chiefs O-line? Simple question. Y for yes, type N for no. I think I trusted enough with who the quarterback is, but if it wasn't Mahomes or one of these other 2 or 3 superstar quarterbacks, this O-line would look a lot worse than it actually is because it's been not very good in recent weeks. So let me know if you trust it. Type Y. If you don't, go ahead and type N. Obviously, the Chiefs have some notable injuries. That's why the bye week was so critical. We'll see if Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Sammy Watkins return for this game. I think Watkins will for sure play. Edwards-Helaire is probably more 50-50. And I've said this for weeks. I don't think Mitchell Schwartz is returning this year, so don't expect him to play in this game overall or at all in the postseason. I just think that back is a bigger problem than the Chiefs have said out loud. So who's most important out of these 3 guys? Type CEH for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Type SW for Sammy Watkins. Type MS for Mitchell Schwartz. Let me know in the comments. It's MS or CEH, I think. Not that Watkins isn't important, but I think protecting Mahomes and having balance offensively have more value. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Number 2 key, stop the run. Baker Mayfield's playing good football, but when the Browns get behind or they can't run the football, or because they're behind, they start running the football, he struggles. He's not the same guy. He feasts off play action set up by Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, who had an outstanding season as a 1-2 punch in Cleveland. Both these guys were outstanding. Chubb even missed a few games and still ran for over 1,000 yards. This two-headed monster, you guys are familiar with Kareem Hunt, obviously, with his time in Kansas City, is probably the best 1-2 punch in the National Football League. So look, you're not going to completely stop them, but you got to slow them down and force Baker into some third and longs. These two guys had a big impact in the Browns' wild card win over the Steelers as well, as especially early on, as Chubb and Hunt really set the tone in that football game. So we will see if they're a big factor in this one. If they're running loose, getting big runs early, that could be problematic for this Chiefs defense. For me, the approach is simple. Make Baker Mayfield beat you. He might be able to. He might be able to throw for 350 in this game, but I'd much rather make them one-dimensional throwing the football than just letting them pound the ball 50 times with Chubb and Hunt. Like, that's not a recipe to success if you are the Kansas City Chiefs. Baker Mayfield's playing better, but I still don't think he can go toe-to-toe in a passing shootout with Patrick Mahomes. So if I'm Kansas City, I'm putting an extra guy in the box, and I'm forcing Baker Mayfield to beat me with those weapons on the outside. We'll see what Steve Spagnuolo and this defense ends up drawing up. So who has more touchdowns in this game? Type PM for Patrick Mahomes, type BM for Baker Mayfield, or bowel movement there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. PM for Mahomes, BM for Mayfield. Producer Sam's mad at me for that one because he's an OU alum. Let me know. And, hey, the reason I ask, you can do prop bets on this game at BetUS. I don't know if they're out yet, but keep monitoring this throughout the week. You can bet on this game and all of the prop bets from this matchup at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Get that promo code in, Chiefs125, to get a 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? Put down $100. They're going to give you an additional $125 for free. Get going with BetUS, chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. That's chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Go ahead and use that promo code, Chiefs125, and bet on all things NFL and other sports all year long. All right, third key to the game. This is obvious. Feed Tyreek and Travis. Get your best players involved. These two guys need to be heavily involved early, often throughout the game. Look, the thing about that Steelers game for the Browns, yeah, they kind of blew them out, but Juju Smith-Schuster and Deontay Johnson each went for well over 100 yards. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce should be able to feast in this game. These are probably the two best weapons in the NFL outside of maybe like a Devontae Adams. You got them both on your offense. These guys should combine for 15-plus touches. Honestly, like Tyreek Hill should catch 6 to 8 balls, get a couple of jet sweeps as well, and Travis Kelce should get 12 to 15 targets, catch 10 or 12 of them. Like, that should be the game plan. Get your two best players the ball early, get it to them often, and just feed your two beasts in Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. They've been good all year. Hopefully they get them heavily involved throughout this game as well. I wouldn't expect anything else. The Browns are going to struggle to stop this offense because their secondary's beat up, and they just haven't been able to slow down elite passing attacks throughout this season. Get Hill and Kelce involved in this game. Who will have the bigger game? Type TH for Tyreek Hill, type TK for Travis Kelce. Who has the bigger game against Cleveland? I'll go TK. Mahomes is more comfortable with him. He's all reliable. This feels like a 11-catch, $130, 2-touchdown type of game for Travis Kelce. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Obviously, there's 4 teams left in the AFC playoff picture. We just broke down Chiefs versus Browns. Obviously, the other game is Bills versus Ravens. That'll be a fun one as that one takes place in Buffalo. The winner of this game will obviously get the winner of that game in the AFC title game. But before you can think AFC title, you got to take care of business first against Cleveland. So predict the score for me. Get your score predictions in down below right now. What you got for Chiefs and Browns? Oh, man. We got about a week until this game, so I can certainly change my score here. But my way too early prediction, I'm going to go 38-27 Chiefs. I don't think the Browns can score with Kansas City. I think they'll score. They'll score some points, maybe even 28-30 points, but I'll go 38-27. I think Mahomes has a huge game. People are all talking about Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen right now. Patrick Mahomes is about to show the NFL that he's still the best quarterback in the NFL despite somehow falling out of the MVP race. But 38-27, we'll have videos all week long, the latest injury updates leading up to this one. So make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you very soon.